gods who are not cultured at all. Stop dick riding. I don't want to hear, like, when I'm asking general questions, I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. Y'all niggas is black. You're black. You're just black.
Just be yourself and hit them with hey. Also, I just found the Anarchy hoodie yesterday. Can't wait. Finna resubscribe in a little W female viewer. Big 2 months December 9th.
Thank you so much. Bro, you're just fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that see you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly, you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not, word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban.
Born here. His mother is Trinidadian. So that makes him.
No, I thought you were the real Trinity.
No, I eat what's up shots, royalty.
Yeah. Trinidad culture is strong. So even if he don't born Trini and he grew up in America under a Trinidadian household, he's Trini. You understand?
I mean, I would diss him and say he wasn't because he wasn't born there. But it really do be depending on how cultured your parents are.
Yeah.
Like if your parents still have the accent, still play the music, still are in touch with family members, then you are really Trini.
Crazy, bro. Like, wow, bro. Like, that is amazing, bro. Shout out to her, too. Like, I always pay respect to people of that big of a level to come back and still show love, bro. And we from New York, and I'm Trinidadian, nigga. Bust up shots. Dal. Rice. Roti. Curry goat. Talking about, bro?
So when I first heard that Cenat said what he said, I was like, I'm going to just drag him and roast him. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I'll just stick to his character. I'm not going to talk about how he looks, and I'm not going to drag the diaspora into this because I feel that's very reactionary, and a lot of people end up having like a diaspora war when someone from like a different culture or country says something against their own, and I love the diaspora. So what I don't love is how some people do benefit off of Black culture and try to denounce it or say that we are uncultured. As many of you may know, is like a streamer, a huge influencer. He was born in Brooklyn and spent time at Flatbush before moving to the Bronx, and he now lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Cenat happens to have parents who are from the Caribbean, and Cenat was born in the United States. He grew up in the United States, and a lot of people would say that he looks like a typical Black American by his dressing, his African-American vernacular English, the type of women he even approaches that are like not celebrities. Cenat, he basically blew up during the COVID period where a lot of people were stuck in their homes. A lot of kids used to watch him. He has a high energy. He loves dancing. He loves acting a damn fool. He is obnoxiously loud and thirsty.
Back way, no,
she gonna be lit. She gonna be lit for sure.
Oh my God.
Are you done?
Yeah. That's about it. It's really good though. Yeah.
Damn. Bro, what the fuck is you on? What you saying damn for? You saying damn for?
What's up?
It's Mama Frost. Yeah. You look different. She just been chilling.
He low-key harasses many of like the celebrities that come on his show.
お願いします。これはもう10分なんで、10分ですけど。
これ U ターンしてもらってて、相葉さんが、人って言ってる。なんで
I love Japan. Hold on. I'm flying to move that shot. What? No, my bliss steaks. Nigga, my bliss steaks. We good.
Summer months, that's what they're saying.
With that ass, what the munchins, yo?
109,000 munchins.
Yes.
And it's red too.
Oh, you like that?
That's my favorite.
Yo, stop it. My favorite color is. Hold on, bro. My favorite color is red. My favorite color is red as well. Your favorite color?
He has had stupid prison sleepovers. He's led a youth frenzy.
Save that nigga. Let me go. Drop that nigga. Oh,
Youth frenzy in New York City where kids ended up arrested and businesses were vandalized because he promised gifts to youth without having everything planned.
Tonight, charges filed against a social media star for allegedly sparking a massive riot in Manhattan's Union Square, leading to 65 arrests and multiple injuries.
You are ordered to disperse.
They threw cones, they threw chairs.
Police charged influencer Cenat with inciting a riot and unlawful assembly. He avoided the spotlight while being released from custody.
Everybody for themselves. There's a war out there, man.
And now, for the first time, we're seeing how the event unfolded for Cenat.
Where the park at?
In a live stream of his arrival in Union Square, where it was police that had to save him from the very mess he created.
You have to pull up.
2 days before the incident, he posted online that he was going to be holding a giveaway.
We gonna ask y'all random questions, bro. If you get it right, boom, you get a PS5, just like that.
A promise of gaming consoles, gear, and $100 gift cards.
All MTA trains and all that. I know y'all not in school yet, so clear y'all schedules.
Cenat posting this to his 6.5 million followers on Twitch, a live streaming service mainly for gamers, where he ranks as one of the most subscribed users of all time and has around 15 million followers across all social media. The NYPD saying the crowds, made up of mostly underage kids, went from unruly to violent fast.
They destroyed food carts. They destroyed stores.
Street artist Franklin Casera says he was too close for comfort.
But I saw people fighting around me. I saw two guys pushing. They went down my stop, so I was really scared.
Leaving a cyber celebrity to millions, now in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons.
George joins me now from Union Square Park in New York. George, are we hearing anything from the social media star?
Jose, Cenat's reps say they are cooperating fully with authorities. In a statement they just released, they say they are disheartened by the disorderly conduct and they do not condone the behavior. Jose?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
Even brought an underage kid on his show who raps about delinquency and gave him gifts.
Recently, Uncle Guy brought this 9-year-old kid on stream. His name is RT, and if you don't recognize him, it's the kid who did the 60-mile-per-hour bar. And Uncle Kai got RT a lot of gifts, like cars, Legos, a PS5, but that's not all. Because RT and Kai were enjoying themselves until RT said that Phenom was fat.
Say sorry.
No. Your boy look like Thanos.
And Phenom wasn't having it, so he did this.
Bro, you never heard about the Phantom tax?
He's constantly being exposed by OnlyFans models and influencers of his weird fetishes. Come Up was a part of his friend group, which is called either AMP or AMP. I don't know, I'm not that young to keep up with everything. I greatly benefits from Black artists that come on his show and vice versa. So I think it's a tad tacky and weird to make such outlandish statements about Black culture or him saying we don't have culture. We have created a standard and pretty much the world follows, so be for real. I'm just going to play some clips, some public opinion clips, and then I'm going to conclude.
You're just fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it.
Why is it always niggas that literally profit off of African American culture trying to tell African Americans that they don't have culture? Because really, let's clock it. The nigga can't go a string without speaking in our dialect. The nigga engages in streetwear and sneaker culture. We all know where the fuck that came from. He always got a fresh lineup and there's multiple videos of him dapping niggas up. Where do y'all think this shit comes from? It don't pop out of thin air. This nigga even got a song, and it's not no soca or a Haitian compa. It's a fucking rap song. It's hip hop. Like, these niggas can't live without our shit, but say we don't have it. Our culture of resistance is why the nigga even allowed here, so I'm so confused. Let's really clock it. I really think that they don't know that the reason why they're even allowed here is because of us. Do they not know that they weren't allowed here pre-1965? Do they not know that the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 piggybacked off the Civil Rights Act, which our people led, not our ancestors, our motherfucking great aunts and uncles and grandparents? He responded to one of the clips he seen and said he was trolling and that he's proud to be African American and that he's a pilot of this African American shit. Get this, he said he's a pioneer to this African American shit because he helped so many black kids put down guns and pick up a computer. Who gonna tell this nigga he not one of us? This nigga is Trini and Haitian, he not one of us. Fuck you mean you proud to be African American? No, you not. Whenever I make these videos on African American culture and people try to imitate it, I really hate to narrow our culture down to hip hop, clothing, our dialect, you know, our dances, our music. I hate that. Cause truth be told, who gonna tell this nigga that we have a sub-ethnic group of African Americans in Trinidad and all over the fucking Caribbean? We have one in Canada. Like our culture varies from reason. Some of us, we don't even speak the same dialect. We don't eat the same food. Don't even listen to the same music. We have different religious practices. At the end of the day, our subgroups are all branches of this. And that's why I love my people so much. Fafananda de katashiter and the society. What they tatashiter the die. The die. The dashinan the tu babi no the a. Facts.
In response to Cenat saying that African Americans have no culture, let me do a little call-in to my other Caribbean Americans. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. You look so fucking stupid. You're embarrassing all of us, and you look like you came to America, all of you, adopted the cadence, the voice, the expressions, the jewelry, the clothing, the music style, everything of Black Americans. You are benefiting from the civil rights movement, from years of tireless efforts from Black Americans. It's the only reason you could move to this fucking country in the first place without being in shackles. I'm getting heated. And then you come here, and instead of going, wow, isn't it so cool how these aspects of our culture have survived across the diaspora and how similar we all are and how beautiful it is that, like, we're all so similar. You come here and try to talk down on Black Americans like it's not same boat, different stops. What is wrong with you bitches?
Oh, strictly, you're Black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican.
Can we stop having this fucking conversation every 5 to 7 business days? It's quite frankly annoying. Then y'all say this bullshit and y'all can't even decipher between ethnicity, race, and nationality. Like, what the fuck? Like, them big three be fucking y'all up every time. I could go to Google right now and pull up all the definitions for each of those, and it would basically uncover all of the logical fallacies he said within a minute. Like, what the fuck? This is why the fucking general education standard needs to be raised from 12th grade and needs to go higher, because y'all need to study shit before y'all say stuff. Y'all put y'all ass in y'all mouth and y'all spew bullshit every time. Talking about Black people don't have culture while submitting to Black culture is crazy. Here's your definition of race. Here's your definition of ethnicity. Here's your definition of nationality. Once a lot of y'all understand sociology, then y'all will be able to have an intellectual conversation.
Hey guys, so did y'all see Cenat? Basically, he's going viral for a couple of things right now. Number one, well, the most recent is he paid a OF girl for some cookie, $5K, and she exposing him. He talking about he's suing her and taking her to court. She called him Baby P. Diddy because he was also trying to traffic her to his friends. Yeah, that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. And then also, he's trending for saying that African Americans have no culture because he's from Haiti and Jamaica or wherever Trini, whatever his mother is. Shouts out to his mom and his sister. No disrespect to them, because I seen the little Nicki Minaj joint that he did and they had good energy. But I'm just so over Black folk, colored folk, melanin rich folk is the term that I like to use, from other places that come here, that migrate here, that would have not been able to do so had it not been for my forefathers, because I am full American. You wouldn't have been able to do that. You wouldn't have been able to come here and set up shop. Like, y'all, a lot of them think they're so much better, and I think it's absolutely disgusting, because we legit are the blueprint. We legit have rich culture that everybody soaks up some of our culture. Everybody. Not just other colored folk. Like folks from all over the world. Hip-hop culture is very, very prevalent. The foods that we eat, the way that we dress, our style, our vernacular is so used. Like, come on. A lot of people cosplay quote unquote black Americans. They have not had the same plight in their country. They swear they're better, but they continuously come over here. Like, stay where you're from if you're better than Americans. Black Americans specifically. You want to see somebody uphold white supremacy? Go and look for a quote unquote black melanin rich person that don't come from the States. And y'all see what I'm talking about. And now, clearly not all, but a lot of them do this. And it's like corny. We lit. We the blueprint. Keep it real.
For a man whose vocabulary is 60% stuttering, I am quite shocked about this. Now, I personally don't watch him. I'm not a big fan of him, and I never really understood why he became so famous. Either way, that's not the point. The backlash that he's receiving right now is 100% well-deserved. For somebody that benefits so much from black culture to go onto your stream and bash them repeatedly and call them uncultured is simply laughable. If anybody asked me and almost 50% of the population what Kai Cenat was, everybody's first answer would be African American, because that's how he presents himself and that's how people see him. I have never heard this man talk about his own culture. Almost everything that's popular on this app comes from black Americans, whether that's dances, new hairstyles, new lingo, clothing trends, music. I find it so disrespectful for him to think that he had the right to do that, when almost all of his fame came from black Americans. Most of his streamers are black Americans. The way that people put down black Americans and their culture is wild to me, because everybody steals from them but nobody recognizes them. This is sort of like what happens to popular white influencers who, after a long period of time, we found out that they're racist. This is what this is giving.
So I just seen Kai Cenat said black Americans don't have any culture, and I'm just laughing because I'm not shocked. Because Akon said the same thing. And if you look at Akon's biggest hits, look at the featured artists on those hits and tell me what their nationality is. You see what I'm saying? I say all that to say this. Nothing shocks me anymore. Absolutely nothing.
50, you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not. Word. You're not Ghanaian.
I'm not going to say too much, because every time I choose to speak on how people outside of America view black Americans as uncultured and we are this and we are that, okay, it's like I can't say it because y'all don't think it happens. And then here it is, the person that all these black Americans support and big up and love on and everything, this is what he thinks of you. You're an uncultured swine. And you was sitting up watching his stream all day. You voted for him to win awards. Yeah, we love him. That's how he views you. Uncultured swine. How do y'all feel like we should interpret that? Maybe we should discuss that in the comments.
Kai Cenat said African Americans have no culture, and that's not the most interesting thing to me at all. We should really do some research between the pipeline of black men influencers or content creators who are popular and deemed funny, even if they're not comedians, but like at first they start out funny and genuine and everyone loves them because they seem to be a genuine guy, like King Batch or whatever, and then slowly, little by little, they start promoting and perpetuating like stereotypes that are harmful to the black community, like until that becomes their entire personality. Because it would be tragic if people start basically associating Kai Cenat's kind of like content with King Batch's, because no one likes King Batch's content. Going back to the prior statement, however, I can tell you for sure that even though I never went out of my way to see Kai Cenat, whenever I saw him, I never knew that he was Caribbean. I never knew that he was in fact Haitian.
his father being Haitian and his mother being from Trinidad. Out of all the times I've seen Kai Cenat on my For You page, I have never once seen him promote Haitian culture as something he's directly part of. I've always seen him dibble-dabble in other people's cultures, and when I saw him talk about Haitian culture, I would assume that he was not Haitian himself. Because everything he seems to know about certain cultures is very limited and probably on a surface level, and while we can blame the parents or whatever, he's a grown man with money and resources. He can learn if he wanted to. So that being said, for a guy who dibble-dabbles in other people's culture and seems to be disconnected from his own two Caribbean cultures, he seems to have a lot of opinions about a culture that he consistently takes advantage of every day. And when we're talking about African American culture, what do you think we're talking about? We're talking about everything, right? Look at the clothes he wears. Look at how he talks. Look at his hair. Look at the people he's invited on his stream. You say African Americans have no culture, yet your styles come from them. You say African Americans have no culture, yet your favorite artists and musicians are African American. Your favorite genres of music was probably started by a black man in America, an African American. And while I'm not African American, so this is not gonna hit me nearly as hard as it hits them, because they constantly have to deal with these anti-black remarks from other people, including other black people like Kai Cenat. I'm just going to say that I'm not gonna let the nigga that knows nothing about his culture define what other cultures are. You wanna scream and shout that African Americans have no culture? What's Haitian culture? What's Trinidadian culture? Like, you don't know anything about your culture either, nigga. You don't have the bandwidth to have this conversation.
Kai Cenat sitting here saying that black Americans not having culture. And listen, this is coming from a Haitian American man, right? I am a Haitian American man. I think Kai Cenat is half Haitian. I'm not sure. But I'm a Haitian American man, right? And I can't tell you how much I benefit from black American culture. So you would never see me come off the side of my mouth sitting here saying that black Americans ain't really black or ain't really African or whatever the heck he was talking about. I don't know if Kai Cenat's fans are going to see this, but your boy literally wouldn't have the platform he has now if it wasn't for black American culture. From the use of AAVE to the locks, to the two-strand lock twist style, to everything, down to a T, wouldn't be without black American culture. Some of these streamers, man, I feel like they gotta be a requirement to be a celebrity. You gotta do some basic entry level, you know what I'm saying, like social classes or something, because brother, that was one of the dumbest takes I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. Y'all niggas is black.
I've always just thought Kai Cenat is probably not a positive influence on the African American community. And I didn't even know he was Caribbean. I thought he was originally from like New York, right? He might be from New York, but that's where a lot of Caribbean people go when they migrate to America. But I digress, right? Kai Cenat saying this is essentially telling because Caribbean culture and African American culture have a similar start date. And for someone to say that we're uncultured it's very interesting. It's very interesting because I would love to hear how much he knows about our people, because what he says tells me he knows nothing about my people, the African American culture, who has essentially fought for the rights for him in this country to enable him to get on stream and spout this foolishness. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. That's just me.
It can be so draining being a black American. Nobody likes us, yet everyone wants to indulge in our culture while simultaneously saying we don't have culture. I expect that from racist white people, but it's different when it's black British, Africans, black Caribbeans, and Afro-Latinas spreading the hate. Kai Cenat, dead ass, said black Americans have no culture, but he literally makes rap music. I hate to separate myself from these groups of people, but honestly, they do not like us. Perfect example of all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Someone else says, Kai Cenat has the internet on fire right now. How can you talk about black Americans being ignorant and having no culture when you are indeed a black American yourself? Do you understand that rap, one of the most expressive forms of poetry, is imitated all over the world? From our ebonics to various styles, let's not forget the clothing we made popular for decades. Miyoshi, Eniche, Sean John, Baby Fett, Fed Farm, Fubu, etc. Our movies, television shows, even down to our doctors and the medical techniques created decades ago, still being used today in operating rooms. Everything about us people love to imitate, but can never duplicate. Like Paul Mooney said decades ago, he'll get his nigga wake-up call. It's just a matter of time. Kai definitely about to ruin his career talking down on black folks. African Americans saying they uncultured and then getting exposed for paying for you know what, insanity. He built his brand off the back of our Black American culture, but now we don't have any. Man, please. So, in conclusion, as you can see, Kai with that bullshit. Yes, we are just Black American, and we don't have to be considered foreign or exotic to be meaningful. The fact that Kai is literally the whitest Black person with no visible intellectual capacity or emotional depth, I really can't take him seriously. He lives on the internet and in an echo chamber of yes men and kids whose brains aren't even fully developed. Kai, I hope no other Black American supports you and your creepy ass gets the karma that you deserve. That's all I have to say about this subject. Let me know what y'all think down below. And thank you for listening to Books&Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, this is the people that don't know me. You're talking to a son of a mother who's from Trinidad and Tobago, Pinal, the Caribbean. Okay? My pops is Haitian. Okay? I grew up eating straight roti, rice and peas, China, bus up shot, curry goat, oxtail, jerk. I grew up eating all that. You feel me? I grew up eating all that. Then I had a group of 6 people in my school who were straight Jamaican. Why you keep thinking I keep saying I'm from Spanish Town? I had friends growing up that was strictly from Spanish Town, Kingston, Portmore. Okay? I was rushing home after school with my Jamaican friends to go play dominoes, Ludi. I was playing Ludi every day after school. She had chore number 6 like Ludi.